Hello website friends, Pauline here. Today's quick video I'm going to use to tell you my top 3 choices for an affordable website builder. The last video I made, I explained how I evaluated different builders and gave you lots of things to look out for if you're trying to choose a low-cost website building tool. And I warmly encourage you to check that out to save yourself time and stress in deciding what tool you want to use. But here then are my suggestions for the 3 tools that I think are most worth your consideration. Now, one of the things that really annoys me when people give website advice online is how rarely they make an attempt to put it in the context of who you are, what you might need, and what your technical comfort and budget is. So there are lots of people that will say, this is best, with no further consideration for your circumstances. So let me try to address that. In this video, I am talking specifically about the type of tools that I believe will be best for you if your technical comfort is on the scale of low to medium, and if your budget, again, is on the lower end. So if you want to spend less than about $100 per year on running your website, then that has influenced my choices. If you are very comfortable with technology, or you have a higher budget, or both, then please be aware that my recommendations here are not right for you. So the builders that I tried in my efforts to check what was available, what is available in the marketplace, and what the pros and cons might be, this list of 12 here. And I'm making this video, and I tried these tools in the summer of 2020. So know that these are the ones that I evaluated. And again, according to the criteria I just said of reasonably low technology confidence and a reasonably modest budget, then my choices for you are the ones that follow. Before I get to those, again, a reminder, the previous video I made tells you what to look out for when you're choosing your own tool. Please take a look at that. It will save you time and stress. I spent hours and hours trying to get some of these tools to work before I uncovered certain things that I really think you should be aware of so that you can make informed choices. All right, so at number 3, my suggestion for you for a low-cost, affordable website builder would be the tool that's offered by Mailchimp. This is a fairly recent addition to the Mailchimp family. And the things that I liked about it, there's a good chance you're already using Mailchimp email lists in your business. And so this keeps your website kind of in the same place, and you'll enjoy a certain amount of familiarity with the tool that you'll be using to create it. It will feel similar to how you design and create your Mailchimp newsletters. It does appear to be free to use. Now, when Mailchimp first launched this tool, I thought that it was attached to the paid plans with Mailchimp and only available if you were paying for your email service. But as far as I can make out now, again, summer of 2020, it does appear to be free to use. And one of the things that I enjoyed about using the Mailchimp builder is you do have the opportunity to set your own custom colors. In that previous video, I talked about the frustration if you already have a brand palette and brand colors that you want to stick to. Many of the low-cost builder tools do not give you the flexibility to be very specific about colors. The drawbacks that I see with Mailchimp. The user interface and the way the whole thing works, frankly, is a bit confusing. I definitely found it less intuitive than some of the other website building tools. And the layouts, in fact, are quite constrained. I included a little note here from the Mailchimp help section on this, that they have decided that on each page of your website, certain sections will appear in a specific order. And then page by page, you have to decide whether to hide that section altogether or whether you want to use it. Now, frankly, I find this really weird. They do say that you can move content from section to section and you can put content anywhere. But I think this is a real drawback in their service. I found it difficult. And in fact, I couldn't manage to get my call to action buttons in the places that I wanted. And if you've seen my previous work, you'll know that I'm passionate about advising you that call to action buttons are key. You must be able to place them in the appropriate places on your website. And lastly, with Mailchimp, I was a bit disappointed. I thought that having the website so closely connected with the email list might mean that the sign-up forms could be a little bit more sleek and easier to configure. But as far as I could tell, the sign-up forms are still quite ugly, and I would have liked to see nicer design options there for the forms going on your website. However, at number 3, Mailchimp, because it's free and because you might already be using Mailchimp in your business, it's worth a look. My number 2 suggestion for you, if you're looking for an affordable drag and drop website builder tool, would be Strikingly. Strikingly is easy to use compared to some of the other tools. I did find it intuitive. I liked the flexibility that you have and the ease of creating really a very attractive looking website. You can build a one-page website for free with Strikingly. Now, on that one page, you can have many different sections, but just be aware it will all be a vertical one-page website with some navigation help for your visitors. Again, a plus point for me, Strikingly lets you get reasonably custom with the colors that you're using. The drawbacks with Strikingly. If you invest a lot of time building a one-page site on the free plan and then you decide you really do want multiple website pages, Strikingly is expensive. So at $16 US per month, it's actually more expensive than some more powerful website building and hosting options. And I think the $16 plan could actually be more than you need. There is a plan for $8 a month, but the $8 plan does not let you build multiple pages. So honestly, once you want different pages on your site, you're going to be into the $16 territory quite fast. Again, I think it's more than you probably need, and therefore you'd be overpaying. Equally, Strikingly allow you the convenience of purchasing your domain name through them, but it's expensive compared to what you can pay elsewhere. So again, watch out for that. Don't start to use the free plan on Strikingly without being aware that if you upgrade, you might be paying over the odds. However, a reasonable choice, well worth a look for a one-page site. Number 2 is Strikingly. And then my number 1 recommendation for you for a very reasonably priced website builder tool is card.co. Now, I've been using Card to build client websites for well over a year. I am more familiar with it than the other tools, but I have to say there was nothing that I unearthed during my recent investigation exercise that I felt was better value and better in terms of features than Card. The things I particularly like about Card, it's a simple website builder, but it's very powerful. Now, Card tells you that it's there to create one-page sites. You can, in fact, use Card and use the technology behind it to make your website appear to have different pages. And you have full design control in Card. You can make layouts exactly as you want. You can set your colors precisely, and again, as many colors as you want. And those all-important call to action buttons, again, they can go precisely where you need them. And Card does a very nice job actually on the free plan if you really want to just start with the free service and see what you get. But then when it's time for you to upgrade, Card right now is just $19 US per year, not per month, per year for the pro plan. And to be honest, that should give you every feature that you require for your website to come across as an entirely professional effort. I must tell you, of course, the drawbacks with Card. Because Card is essentially a one-page site that's pretending to be more in some cases, You will hit the limits really of what Card can do for you with a website that's about 5 or 6 pages. Card doesn't do drop-down menus or a complicated menu structure. Therefore, in terms of navigation, I would stick to just 5 or 6 pages in order for your visitors to be able to find their way around your site. Card does not offer a blogging feature. I think that's perfectly fine. I do not believe these days that all small businesses should be blogging, but I really want you to be aware of that before you decide that you want to get started with Card. And I would not recommend Card if you want to try to run some kind of online store. There is a little bit you can do with Stripe checkout, but honestly, Card is not your best choice if it's a shopping business that you want to get started with. Otherwise, I warmly recommend Card, and if you're okay with these limitations, I think it's a really, really strong choice. So, worth watching then. If Card sounds good, I have a companion video, how to know if Card is right for you. You'll see some more examples of the type of site that Card can build, and of course I'll say a bit more about the potential drawbacks that you should be aware of. And I already mentioned that the video that led to this one was my investigation effort to look at 12 different DIY website builder tools. And that, for me, sparked a lot of interesting insight into things that you should look out for. So my summary, and again, this applies for you if you're in this quadrant of the chart. So your budget is very modest and your technology skills are pretty modest too. If that's you, then I recommend that the 3 tools that you look into are number 3, Mailchimp, number 2, strikingly, number 1, Card.co. If you'd like more information on things to think about before you dive into your website, I have a free starter kit, bit.ly/website-start. You can find me, as always, at paulinewiles.com. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you next time.